Hello, you mother fathers. This is Back to 99, talking to you live from the void. As you can tell by the title of the video, I'm talking to you about Season 2 of Daredevil Born Again, Episode 7. So, as the sort of penultimate episode for Season 2, as a fan of the show, we're kind of all out of precarious place because the viewership numbers are down on Disney Plus. I've had a couple conversations with people that I know sort of offline about what is the importance of viewership in the modern context. Like back in the day when there was just television, like in the 90s or whatever, you had Fox, CBS, NBC, whatever. If people didn't watch the show, you could say it sucked. But now it's like the only way to watch Daredevil and have it count is you need Disney Plus. And so it's like, yeah, so on Disney Plus, no one's watching it, but the number one show is hypothetically Stranger Things. And I'm just saying that to me, this is all arbitrary because it's about the subscription numbers. And maybe the companies are saying if the show's really good, people will buy the subscription. And I'm saying, no, that's a terrible metric for judging the quality of a show. Now, my other idea is the pushback on the people who actually pay for Disney Plus. I don't know how you could see the Daredevil poster or thumbnail or title card and say, no, I don't want to watch that when you're already paying for the service for whatever reason. People could be paying for it because they love Disney movies, or they could be paying for it because their kids, they have kids, or maybe they don't have kids, whatever those scenarios are. But I'm just saying it's always going to be a big question mark to me that how people aren't enticed by the quality of this drama, which is effectively a crime drama that happens to have a superhero component into it. So the reason why I wanted to sort of record this commentary was because this episode kind of, I don't know. As I was watching episode 7, it kind of made me realize that nothing really happened this entire season. On one hand, that's impressive, but on the other hand, that's kind of an indictment of, the sort of grim realities that come from the fact that people aren't watching the show week to week in great numbers to justify a season 3 on terms of Disney. Now, obviously Disney's about money, but I hope against hope that they still do season 3 just because, and let's just close it out and we'll never have to look at this again. And they could say we'll invest another, however many millions into it just to say residually maybe we'll make some money back, over the course of 20 years or whatever this will be. As people can always click into it and do whatever on Disney Plus. This episode in particular attempts to tie up the storyline between the BB girl and James Gandolfini's son. Now, I haven't really gone on record here before. I mean, maybe I have, but I don't remember. I don't think James Gandolfini's, and I might be saying his last name wrong, I don't think his son can act. Now, I understand it because his father died, and maybe, the family, they need money. Not like they need money in a begging context, but the idea that they're accustomed to a certain lifestyle, or they need money, or whatever they need. So I can understand him saying, I'm just gonna fucking learn how to do this thing. And then, he's bolstered by the idea that other celebrity kids have become actors or whatever. So I'm not judging him for that. I'm not judging the family for that, because, that death did create an absence of, whatever they were accustomed to living to at that point. That being said, he is not a good actor. Every line that he says, I don't fucking believe. Um, he needs. I'm not body shaming. I want him to get some muscles at least. His hair looks like it's gonna be gone in a few years. I don't fucking know. So I'm not, and that's where I'll draw the line on that part right there. I'll stop there. But I'm just saying, he looked like a fish out of water whenever he was acting, and I didn't believe anything that he was doing. Then the show added this one layer where he likes the girl, but she doesn't like him. And I'm like, all right, well, that's sort of like an awkward space to navigate anyway. But then the show doubled down by making the character lesbian, as far as I know. Maybe, she has a girlfriend or something, and whatever. I haven't read too much into that, and I didn't bother to look it up. But what I'm saying is, that was like, I don't know, it's like, so in the terms of what I'm saying is like, this idea is like, he was already out of her reach, and then the show made him really out of her reach. But it's like, did we need the double confirmation, And in fact, it might be more interesting. I guess what I'm saying is, as I'm saying it out loud, even if she was straight and she didn't like him, there's a finality to that. But then the double finality was like, come on, man. And it was like, did that detail inform her performance? Was it any more nuanced, or was it done to add an LGBTQ component to one of the main ensemble of actors, like, and it's it's a question we'll never get the answer to, but we can hypothesize. So their storyline comes to a close this episode, and what I thought was stupid was, he's like, I'm gonna take you to the safe house. Then he gets to the safe house and he tells her, I'm taking you to a safe house to get you killed. She starts begging. She begs for like 2 seconds, barely even screams on the street. And he goes, oh shit, you're right. This is a bad idea. You go. I'm gonna go keep the meeting with the guy. Don't worry about me. And then her character lets him go. In my mind, his character did not need to die. As we, the audience, we have the hindsight of knowing this is a superhero show. Daredevil's probably going to win. Whatever. His character could have left town. They could have left town together. Even, not together romantically, but just like together. My friend says this dude's trying to kill us. He's telling me to leave. I got this. The immediate questions are, what are you going to do? He's going to fucking kill you. Just come with me. Or we're going together. But I'm saying that like we're not, I'm saying that so that they say, okay, fine, fuck it, we'll go. But what I'm saying is, you're not saving my life at the risk of your life. And this dude isn't even here yet. Let's go. Because we're both sort of guilty in this dance of the espionage or whatever the fuck we're doing. She just almost barely tearfully lets him go. This motherfucker goes to the meeting. Don't have the gat out. Don't have his gun out. Gets his ass beat. Now, obviously, the character Buck is trained and shit like that. So, ideally, if this is like a Born Identity situation, most people are going to get their ass whooped in the hand-to-hand combat. But in the context of the show, James Gandolfini's son folded hella quick, got fucking his face beat in, but barely. It wasn't that, the prosthetics wasn't that crazy. And then he got shot in the head. And I'm like, come on. So what did he do that's so bad? Just because he buried a body? Or helped bury a body under duress? I'm a bad guy, I gotta die now? Now, obviously, he knew about Kingpin doing shady stuff, but still not a death sentence. Especially when the Daredevil is like letting Bullseye go free, so it's like, so I just didn't like that. It didn't feel it didn't I did, it was supposed to be a deep moment. It wasn't deep to me. It was more stupid than anything. If you're not afraid to die, sort of, or you're ready to die, or he's gonna kill you no matter what you do, then you take your ass on the run and you chill out for a few days, Who the fuck goes to get killed? For no reason. Especially when it's not even clear if the Kingpin's going to be in power in the next week or two or whatever, So, but that's my 2 cents on that. I didn't like none of that, and then I didn't like the fact that she didn't really save him from himself, and in the sense where if this was real, like if this is a real thing, and for the dude to kill you, he has to find you. And I just told you, like, if I'm James Gandolfini's son, I just told you he killed somebody. I helped him bury the body. What is my friend thinking that he's going to do to me? He's going to kill me. I'm not letting you go to that meeting. Come with me. Hell, if I can disappear, then your ass can disappear. Go somewhere. And maybe he's thinking, well, if I leave, they'll just kill my mom. So maybe that's fair. But if that's the case, take your mom out of town. But I guess now that I'm thinking about it, if you include the mom angle, it gets a little more complicated. But I still think he could leave town. Or if he's gonna go to the meeting, shoot the guy. At least shoot him in the leg. I mean, like, try to shoot him in his head. He moves out the way because he's a secret agent. fuck, I try. If he beats me up, takes the gun, I try. But to just walk in there and serve yourself up when you didn't even do shit, you know? Like, that just rang untrue to me and sort of unnecessary. Back to now.